Chosen one. Just as I drew Enoch into a life beyond ordinary understanding, I am preparing to lead you into a season where your true identity can no longer remain hidden. Listen carefully, because what is happening around you is not random. A holy work has already begun. And if you overlook this moment, you could miss the very change that was meant to transform your life in ways you never imagined. The time is coming when I will lift you out of places, routines, and relationships that have kept your calling covered. As I did with Enoch, I am inviting you away from what feels familiar so you can step into the person I created you to be. This is not a story of loss, it is a revelation. What seems like separation is actually the beginning of a greater unveiling. And that moment is much closer than you realize. Stay with these words, because they will help you understand why so many things around you have been shifting. If this message speaks to your heart, type Amen in the comments. Do not think I am removing you because I am displeased with you. I am drawing you away because I am protecting the purpose I placed within you long before anyone recognized your value. You have spent time in environments that were too limited to understand who you truly are. In those places, you learned to silence parts of yourself simply to fit in and survive. But I never created you to make yourself smaller. I called you to walk in close fellowship with me, just as Enoch did a life that cannot be explained by those who only see with natural eyes. When I begin separating you from certain people or situations, it may happen unexpectedly. It may even bring discomfort for a season. Yet every step is intentional. I am bringing you nearer to me so your life can finally reflect the truth of the identity I have always known. Think about the moments that felt like painful endings. There were times when people drifted away, opportunities disappeared, and doors closed without explanation. It seemed as though everything you depended on was slipping through your hands. What you could not see was that I was already moving you away from places that could never support the future I had prepared for you. Quietly, I was repositioning your life, even when you felt forgotten, rejected, or misunderstood, and you questioned why so much was being taken from you. I was responding with protection, preparation, and a plan that reached far beyond what you could see in that moment. Now the season is changing, and you are about to understand why separation was necessary. If this is touching your spirit, take a moment to like this video because it helps this truth reach others who are also being prepared for something greater. I want you to understand something clearly. Chosen one, Enoch did not disappear because he was escaping life. He was taken because he had reached a level of closeness with me that could not remain ordinary. His life had moved beyond what others could comprehend, and I honored that connection by drawing him even nearer. In the same way, your journey has not been random. Every test, every delay, every silent season has been building something within you. You are being prepared for a level of identity that cannot remain hidden among noise and confusion. Type 7777. If you trust God, you have often felt different, like you never fully belonged in the spaces you were placed in. That feeling was not rejection. It was recognition. It was your spirit sensing that you were not meant to settle into environments that could not hold your calling. While others were comfortable, you felt restless because something deeper inside you kept calling you forward. That call was my voice gently guiding you toward a life that reflects your true nature. I see how you tried to fit in, how you adjusted yourself so you would not feel alone. I see how you held back your thoughts, your gifts, your voice, because you did not want to stand out too much. But I did not create you to blend into the background. I created you to walk in truth, even when it sets you apart. Now I am removing the need to hide, and I am bringing you into a place where you can fully be who you are without fear. The process of removal is not always loud. Sometimes it happens quietly through subtle shifts that you only understand later. Conversations begin to change. Connections feel different. And things that once felt stable no longer hold the same meaning. You may even feel like you are losing your grip on what used to define you. But what you are actually losing is limitation. And what you are gaining is clarity. I know there were nights when you felt alone, when you wondered if you were being forgotten or left behind. Those moments were not empty. They were sacred. I was drawing you closer, teaching you to depend on me instead of what surrounds you. I was strengthening your inner world so that when the unveiling comes, you will not be shaken by external changes. You are becoming anchored in something deeper than circumstances. There is a reason you have survived everything that tried to break you. There is a reason you kept moving forward, even when you felt like giving up. It is because your story was never meant to end in confusion or struggle. It was always meant to lead to revelation, and now that revelation is beginning to rise within you. You are about to see yourself differently, not through the opinions of others, not through your past mistakes, but through the truth of who I created you to be. This is the moment where identity becomes clear, where purpose begins to feel real, and where your life starts to align with something greater. Do not resist the changes that are coming because they are leading you into your true self. I am removing distractions that have kept you from hearing me clearly. I am removing attachments that have slowed your growth. I am even removing certain comforts that have kept you from stepping into your full potential. This is not because I want to make your life harder, but because I want to make your life meaningful. I want you to live in truth, not in limitation. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says, without the right brainwave results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed. You will notice that things you once depended on are no longer available in the same way. This is not a mistake. It is a transition. I am teaching you to walk with me in a deeper way. Just as Enoch did, I am teaching you to trust beyond what you can see, to move beyond what feels safe, and to embrace what is being revealed within you. There is a new level of peace waiting for you, but it will not be found in the same places you used to look. It will be found in alignment, in truth, and in the quiet confidence of knowing who you are. As I remove you from what no longer serves you, I am guiding you toward what truly reflects you. There are layers of your identity that have been hidden beneath fear, expectations, and past experiences, and I am now uncovering them one by one. This is the moment where you stop living as a version shaped by survival and begin living as the person I originally designed. You may feel like things are slowing down or even falling apart around you. But what you are actually witnessing is a divine reset. I am breaking patterns that have kept you limited. Even if those patterns once felt safe to you, I am dismantling structures that could not support your future. Even if you built them with effort and hope, you are not being left without direction. You are being redirected into something far more aligned with your purpose. Trust that every shift has meaning, even when it does not make immediate sense. Type yes to receive miracles. There are moments when you will feel like you are standing in between two worlds, no longer connected to where you used to be, but not yet fully established in where you are going. This in-between space can feel uncomfortable, even lonely. But it is also sacred. It is where transformation happens without distraction, where your identity is reshaped without interference. I am using this space to strengthen you, to refine your thinking, and to align your heart with truth. Do not rush this process because it is preparing you for something that requires clarity and strength. You have spent so much of your life trying to understand yourself through the reactions of others. You looked for confirmation in how people treated you, in what they said about you, and in how they responded to your presence. But now, I am teaching you to see yourself through my eyes. I am teaching you to understand your worth without needing validation from the outside. This is part of the removal, the release of dependence on external approval, so you can stand firmly in internal truth. There are things within you that you have not yet fully embraced, gifts that you doubted, strengths that you overlooked, and qualities that you tried to hide because they made you feel different. But those very things are part of your true identity. They are not mistakes. They are markers of who you are meant to be. As I remove you from limiting environments, those hidden parts of you will begin to rise naturally. You will begin to notice that your thoughts are changing. The way you see situations will start to shift. Things that once confused you will become clear, and things that once felt important will lose their hold on you. This is not random. It is transformation. Your mind is being renewed so it can align with your true self. You are beginning to think from a place of truth instead of fear. Type 1 to affirm. I know there have been times when you felt like you were losing yourself, like you did not recognize who you were becoming. That feeling came because the version of you that was shaped by your past is fading. You are not losing yourself. You are shedding what was never truly you. And as that happens, your real identity begins to take its place. This process can feel confusing, but it is deeply necessary. I am not just changing your circumstances, I am changing your perception. I am opening your eyes to see beyond what is visible. I am helping you understand that your life is not limited to what you have experienced so far. There is more within you, more ahead of you, and more waiting to be revealed. But to step into that, you must allow the old version of yourself to be released. There will be moments when you are tempted to go back to what feels familiar, even if it was not truly fulfilling. You may feel the pull of old habits, old connections, or old ways of thinking. But I am calling you forward, not backward. What I have for you cannot be found in the places you have already outgrown. You must trust the direction I am leading you, even when it feels uncertain. The removal you are experiencing is also a form of protection. There are things you cannot see that I am shielding you from. There are paths that would have led you away from your purpose, and I have quietly closed them for your good. Even when it felt like disappointment, it was actually preservation. I am guiding you away from what could harm you and toward what will strengthen you. You are entering a season where your identity will become clear, not through struggle but through alignment. You will no longer feel the need to prove yourself because you will know who you are. You will no longer feel lost because your path will begin to make sense. This clarity is not something you have to force. It is something that will naturally unfold as you continue to walk with me. I want you to pay attention to the changes within you. Notice how your desires are shifting, how your priorities are evolving, and how your perspective is deepening. These are signs that you are moving into your true self. These are signs that the removal is working. You are not the same person you were before. And that is exactly what is meant to happen. As you continue through this process, you will begin to feel a quiet confidence growing within you. It will not be loud or forced, but it will be steady and real. It will come from knowing that you are walking in alignment with who you are meant to be. This confidence will guide your decisions, shape your actions, and strengthen your presence. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual validated by 4 neuroscience labs, now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. I am not leaving you alone in this transformation. I am with you in every step, in every moment of uncertainty, and in every breakthrough. You are not being removed into emptiness. You are being drawn into closeness. Just as Enoch walked with me, you are being invited into a deeper connection. And in that connection, your true identity will continue to unfold. The person you once believed you were is slowly dissolving, not because you failed, but because you are outgrowing that identity. This is the moment where truth begins to take root in a way that cannot be shaken. You may notice that your tolerance for certain things has changed. Conversations that once felt normal now feel draining. Environments that once felt comfortable now feel heavy, and connections that once felt strong now feel distant. This is not something to fear. It is a sign that your spirit is aligning with something higher. You are no longer meant to carry what does not match your true nature. I am refining your sensitivity so you can recognize what belongs in your life and what does not. Type 1212. If you walk by faith, there is a quiet separation happening within you before it becomes visible around you. Your thoughts are becoming more focused. Your awareness is becoming sharper. And your discernment is becoming stronger. You are beginning to see beyond appearances and understand the deeper truth behind situations. This is part of the unveiling, the awakening of your inner clarity. I am teaching you to trust what you sense, even when it is not confirmed by others. You have spent time questioning your path, wondering if you were going in the right direction or if you were falling behind. But what you could not see was that I was guiding your steps in ways that did not always match your expectations. I was slowing you down when necessary, redirecting you when needed, and protecting you when danger was near. Every delay had a purpose, and every redirection had meaning. Now you are stepping into a phase where those hidden reasons will begin to make sense. There is a strength within you that you have not fully recognized yet. It has been built through every challenge you have faced, every moment you endured, and every time you chose to keep going. That strength is not accidental. It is intentional. I have been preparing you to carry something greater, something that requires resilience and clarity. You are stronger than you think. And now that strength is becoming visible, type 22222 to claim miracles. I know there were times when you felt overlooked, like your efforts were not seen or your presence was not valued. But I was always watching, always aware, always working behind the scenes. What others could not recognize did not diminish your worth. Your value has never been dependent on human acknowledgement. Now, I am bringing you into a place where your identity is no longer tied to how others perceive you. You are being called into a deeper level of self-standing, not the kind that comes from overthinking, but the kind that comes from alignment. You will begin to understand your purpose, not as something distant, but as something that flows naturally from who you are. Your gifts will feel less like effort and more like expression. This is what happens when you step into your true identity. There will be moments when you feel a sense of stillness, as if everything around you has paused. Do not mistake that stillness for stagnation. It is a moment of alignment, a space where everything is being positioned correctly. I am arranging details, preparing opportunities, and aligning paths that you cannot yet see. What feels like waiting is actually preparation. I am also removing fear from your foundation. Fear has kept you from fully stepping into who you are. It has made you question your worth, your abilities, and your direction. But fear cannot remain where truth is being revealed. As your identity becomes clear, fear will lose its hold on you. You will begin to move with confidence, not because everything is certain, but because you trust the one guiding you. You are not meant to live a life of constant doubt. You are meant to live with clarity, with purpose, and with a sense of direction that comes from within. This is why I am removing confusion from your path. I am bringing you into a place where your decisions are guided by truth, not by pressure or expectation. You will begin to feel a sense of peace in your choices, even when they challenge you. There is a shift happening in the way you see your past. What once felt like pain or failure will begin to look different. You will start to see how those experiences shaped you, how they prepared you, and how they strengthened you. Your past is not something to carry with shame. It is something to understand with clarity. It is part of your story, but it does not define your future. I am calling you into a life where you no longer hide your light. You have dimmed yourself in the past to avoid attention, to avoid conflict, or to avoid standing out. But your light was never meant to be hidden. It was meant to shine, to guide, and to reveal. The time has come for the light I placed within you to be seen. As I continue removing everything that does not belong in this new season, you will notice a change within yourself. The weight of unrealistic expectations will begin to disappear. The constant pressure to compare yourself with others will lose its hold. The exhausting effort of trying to belong in places that were never meant for you will finally come to an end. In its place, you will discover a freedom unlike anything you have experienced before. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but it is the freedom that comes from living as the person I created you to be. Your future requires authenticity, not performance. You cannot fully embrace the purpose waiting ahead while continuing to carry an identity that was built to satisfy the expectations of others. That is why this season of removing and refining is so important. Every distraction I take away is making room for the truth of who you are. Every closed door is creating space for you to stand confidently in the identity I have given you. I am preparing you to walk forward with honesty, courage, and unwavering confidence, no longer hiding the gifts or calling I have placed within your life. There is growing interest in a simple 7-second practice that researchers say may help reshape financial thinking by influencing specific brainwave patterns. Some reports connect these ideas to declassified CIA research, and studies from 4 neuroscience laboratories have encouraged many people to rethink their financial habits and pursue greater opportunities. Many claim they have improved their lifestyles, moved into beautiful homes, driven luxury vehicles, and enjoyed dream vacations. If you want to learn more, be sure to check the link in the description and pinned comment before it is no longer available. Do not fear the process of being set apart. Being set apart is not the same as being abandoned. It is the process of bringing your life into harmony with the purpose I have prepared for you. I am placing you where your gifts can flourish, surrounding you with people who will strengthen your growth, and leading you into circumstances that reflect the identity I have always intended for you. This separation is not meant to create loneliness. It is meant to bring clarity. It is how I remove confusion so you can recognize where you truly belong. Through every step of this journey, remember that you are never walking by yourself. I have remained beside you from the beginning, and I will continue to guide you until every part of my purpose for your life is revealed. Even when it feels like everything is changing, I am constant. I am guiding you, supporting you, and revealing to you what has always been within you. You are being drawn into a deeper connection, one that will anchor you no matter what changes around you. The removal is reaching places within you that have been untouched for a long time, places where doubt once lived, places where fear once spoke loudly. I am quieting those voices so that truth can finally be heard without interference. You are stepping into a clarity that will not depend on circumstances, but on who you have become. There is a shift happening in how you respond to life. Situations that once triggered you are losing their power, and reactions that once felt automatic are now being replaced with awareness. This is not something you forced. It is something that is happening because your inner world is changing. You are becoming more grounded, more centered, and more aligned with truth. This is the evidence that the old version of you is no longer in control. A new strength is taking its place, one that is rooted in understanding rather than reaction. Type 1010 to receive blessings. I am teaching you to move differently now, not with urgency driven by fear, but with intention guided by clarity. You will begin to notice that you no longer feel the need to rush into decisions or prove yourself in situations that do not matter. There is a calmness growing within you, a quiet assurance that you are exactly where you need to be. This calmness is not weakness, it is power. It is the result of being anchored in truth instead of uncertainty. You may also notice that your circle is becoming smaller. This is not because you are losing connection, it is because you are gaining alignment. The people who remain will reflect your growth, support your truth, and understand your journey in a way that others could not. I am not removing people to leave you empty. I am refining your connections so they match who you are becoming. This is part of the unveiling, the alignment of your environment with your identity. There is something within you that is beginning to speak more clearly. It is a sense of knowing, a quiet voice that guides you without confusion. This is not something new. It has always been there, but it was often overshadowed by noise and doubt. Now that the noise is being removed, that voice is becoming stronger. I am teaching you to trust it, to listen to it, and to follow it without hesitation. Type Amen if you agree. I know that at times you still question whether you are ready for what is ahead. You wonder if you have what it takes, if you are strong enough, if you are capable of carrying what is being placed before you. But I want you to understand that everything you need has already been placed within you. You are not being asked to become something you are not. You are being asked to step into what you already are. Readiness is not about perfection. It is about alignment. You are also being freed from the need to compare yourself to others. Comparison has been a silent weight in your life, making you feel behind, making you question your path, making you doubt your progress. But your journey was never meant to look like anyone else's. Your path is unique, your timing is intentional, and your identity is distinct. As you step into your true self, comparison will lose its meaning. I am opening doors within you before I open doors around you. This is important because external opportunities without internal clarity would only lead to confusion. I am building a foundation inside you that can sustain what is coming. When the right opportunities appear, you will not feel overwhelmed. You will feel prepared. You will recognize them not because they are obvious, but because they will resonate with who you have become. There is a deeper level of peace that is beginning to settle in your spirit. It is not dependent on everything being perfect. It exists even when things are still unfolding. This peace is a sign that you are aligning with truth. It is a sign that you are no longer being controlled by uncertainty. Hold on to this peace, because it will guide you through the next steps of your journey. The removal process is also teaching you patience, not the kind that feels forced, but the kind that comes from understanding that everything is unfolding in the right time. You are learning to trust the process, to trust the timing, and to trust the path even when you cannot see the full picture. This trust is strengthening your connection with me, and that connection is what will carry you forward. You are being prepared for visibility, but not the kind that seeks attention. The kind that naturally comes when you are fully aligned with who you are. When you are walking in truth, your presence will speak without effort. You will not need to convince anyone of your value. It will be evident in how you carry yourself. This is the power of authenticity. There is also a healing taking place within you. Old wounds that once influenced your decisions are being released. Pain that once shaped your perspective is being transformed into understanding. You are not being defined by what you went through. You are being strengthened by it. This healing is essential because your true identity cannot fully emerge while you are still holding on to past pain. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. This 7-second ritual backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. You are beginning to see yourself through a different lens, not through criticism or doubt, but through acceptance and clarity. This shift is powerful because it changes how you show up in every area of your life. When you understand who you are, you move differently, you speak differently, and you choose differently. This is the beginning of living in alignment. I am guiding you into a life where you are not constantly searching for direction. Instead, direction will come naturally from within you. You will feel guided without confusion, led without force, and supported without fear. This is what it means to walk closely with me. It is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting the guidance you receive. As you continue through this transformation, you will notice that your energy is becoming more focused. You are no longer scattered, no longer pulled in different directions by external pressures. You are becoming centered, intentionnel, and clear. This focus will help you move forward with confidence because you will know what matters and what does not. Do not look back at what is being removed with regret. What is leaving your life is making space for something that truly belongs. You are not losing anything that was meant to stay. You are only releasing what could not align with your future. This is part of the process, and it is leading you into something greater. There is a moment in every transformation where everything feels quiet, almost too quiet, as if nothing is happening. But this silence is not emptiness, it is alignment. I am bringing everything within you into agreement with truth. Your thoughts, your emotions, your desires, and your decisions are being brought into harmony. This is what allows your life to move forward without confusion. When you are aligned within, you will not be shaken by what happens around you. Type 777 to affirm your belief. You are beginning to notice that you do not react the same way you used to. Things that once disturbed your peace no longer have the same effect. Situations that once created anxiety now feel manageable. This is because your foundation is changing. You are no longer standing on uncertainty. You are standing on truth, and when your foundation is strong, everything else becomes easier to navigate. I am also teaching you to release control. There were times when you felt the need to control outcomes, to plan every detail, and to make sure everything went the way you expected. But control was never meant to be your source of security. Trust is. I am guiding you into a place where you can move forward without needing to see every step. This is where true faith begins to take shape in your life. There is a deeper confidence forming within you, one that does not depend on external success or recognition. It comes from knowing who you are and where you are being led. This confidence will not be loud or arrogant. It will be steady and grounded. It will allow you to move with certainty even when others do not understand your path. This is part of your true identity emerging. Type yes to receive miracles. You may also feel a growing distance from certain environments that once felt important. This is not rejection. It is redirection. I am guiding you away from what no longer aligns with your purpose and toward what will support your growth. You are not meant to stay where you have already learned what you needed to learn. It is time to move forward. I know there are moments when you wonder if this path will lead to something meaningful. You question if all this change will result in something tangible, something real. But I want you to understand that what is being built within you is far more valuable than anything temporary. Your identity is being established on truth, and that foundation will support everything that comes next. You are being prepared to see yourself without distortion. No more viewing your life through the lens of past mistakes or limiting beliefs. You are learning to see yourself as you truly are. This shift will change everything because the way you see yourself determines the way you live. When you see clearly, you live confidently. There is also a release happening within your heart. Old attachments that once held emotional weight are losing their grip. You are no longer tied to what once defined your sense of security. This is freedom, even if it feels unfamiliar. You are learning to stand on your own truth instead of leaning on what is comfortable. I am expanding the way you see your future. Possibilities that once seemed impossible are beginning to come into focus. This is not wishful thinking or empty hope. It is the result of your life coming into alignment with the purpose I have prepared for you. As you gain a clearer understanding of your true identity, your vision also becomes clearer. You begin to recognize your potential, no longer through the lens of fear or uncertainty, but through the confidence that comes from knowing who you are in me. This is the beginning of stepping fully into the life I have always intended for you. There will still be seasons that test your faith. Challenges will arise, and circumstances will sometimes push against the growth taking place within you. But those moments are not designed to defeat you. They are opportunities to strengthen your character. Each challenge invites you to respond from the person you are becoming instead of the habits that once controlled you. Every time you choose faith over fear, truth over doubt, and peace over anxiety, You move another step closer to the identity I have called you to embrace. I am also teaching you to recognize your own value. For too long, you believed you had to earn acceptance by constantly doing more, achieving more, or proving yourself to others. But your worth has never depended on your performance. It has always rested in who you are as the person I created and deeply love. As this truth settles into your heart, the way you carry yourself will begin to change. You will walk with quiet confidence, not because you are seeking approval, but because you have finally embraced the value I placed within you from the very beginning. Your words will carry greater peace. Your decisions will reflect greater wisdom. Your presence alone will reveal a strength that no longer depends on the opinions of others. Many people are exploring a simple 7-second practice inspired by research into brainwave activity that some sources associate with declassified CIA studies, supported by findings from 4 neuroscience laboratories. This method encourages participants to develop healthier responses to financial opportunities and everyday decisions. Some say it has helped them move beyond financial pressure, improve their lifestyles, purchase beautiful homes, drive luxury vehicles, and enjoy dream vacations. If you would like to learn more before the information is removed, visit the link provided in the description and pinned comment.